welcome to CT Style. I'm Ryan Christopher.
And I'm Jocelyn Memento in for Teresa. We have a lot to talk about, but first let's talk about the flurries.
Yes, possible flurries today. Gil's been talking about a few sightings here in our state, so we want to thank you. Maybe you're having a nice cup of coffee or tea, all cuddled up at home watching CT Style.
Yeah, have that cup of tea for me. That's what I like to drink in the morning.
That's her thing. Now you know how to make Miss Memento happy. Hey, here is what's brewing today. No matter what you're drinking this morning, Lady Gaga, she recently hopped into the driver's seat. She finally got her driver's license. She's 30 years old and she's just getting it now.
But I think she grew up in the city,
in New York City, right?
Okay,
yeah,
so that's probably why she waited, but I'm not sure why she waited so long.
Well, now she's using it with James Corden. She was on the Late Show earlier this week with Carpool Karaoke. There they are. How about those styling hats there? Pretty cool. As we said, she just got her license, and she shared that she also owns 400 pieces of clothing from the late Michael Jackson.
What's she doing with that? Did she say?
Know.
It's just for something for her to look at?
For dress up, maybe?
Maybe she can show it off and display it to friends?
Maybe.
All right, she also revealed she can write a hit song in just 10 minutes. Can you imagine being able to do that in just 10 minutes?
Yes, I can.
In
fact, I did that for you today. You ready?
Wait a minute, you did this in 10 minutes?
No, like probably 3.
Okay. Oh, my goodness.
You ready?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
DJ, drop that beat. Here we go. It's a no judgment zone. Sitting next to Miss Memento, she gives our show so much momentum. What will it be for Halloween? Gil Simmons' forecast will make you scream. I'm gonna rhyme with the greatest of ease. Sit back, enjoy CT Style. We aim to please.
Woo! Awesome job!
Yeah.
I didn't know you were so talented.
New album coming out later this fall.
Great. Love that.
Just saying, and I will never do that again. That was the most embarrassing thing I've done in my whole life.
No. You got to do it again.
Okay.
Do it when Teresa comes back.
Yeah, we'll pass.
She'll love that.
I don't think so.
Yes, she will. Okay, the countdown to the election continues, and although we don't know the outcome, of course, until November 8th, when it comes to Halloween costumes, guess who's winning?
Who's that?
Ryan?
Who?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Is that so? According to a recent poll, Spirit Halloween costumes are saying that Trump masks are outselling Hillary Clinton 55% to 45%. So what's the significance here, Jocelyn?
Okay, apparently what's really interesting is that the store's top selling, mask actually predicts the outcome of the election. And they've been doing this since 1996. And they've been pretty accurate since then.
Interesting. The polls are showing a little
she has the double-digit lead right now in most polls.
Yeah, so should be interesting to see. Maybe the Halloween costume will come through yet again. I guess we'll have to find out when the election does in fact come around. But now into some other interesting election news. Speaking of Donald Trump, check out this video of a man caught on camera torching a Trump yard sign. There he is. But as you'll notice there, he's only wearing underwear.
He had to leave his house to do this? I mean, this is something he really wanted to do without even putting any clothes on.
I guess that's how he was doing. He's got the hot pants on there, so.
Okay, the Wisconsin couple who put it up said they were shocked to find it destroyed. You know, I really don't see what the purpose of this is. Everybody has the right to put up yard signs.
And he got caught red-handed right there. 2 people saw him there, but hey, at least he enjoyed the great outdoors in his underwear, I guess. So, hey.
But guess what, though? The couple, you know what they're doing?
What are they doing?
They're going to put up an even bigger Trump sign, maybe even a billboard.
A billboard, wow, all right.
There you go.
Taking it to new levels. Well, hopefully he keeps his clothes on next time. Now, is there a political divide in your relationship at home?
No.
No. Both on the same page.
Well, we agree to disagree sometimes.
You do?
So, yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Okay, but your operative word, agreeing to disagree.
Correct.
Because that doesn't happen for many couples. Are you dating somebody or married to somebody with different political views? It's probably been a little challenging this election year. There's a recent survey that revealed that people tend to date those who think the way that they do politically. 17% of women would end a relationship over conflicting political views, and another survey found that 47% of people would refuse to even date someone with different political beliefs.
No, see, I can't imagine that. I like to hear what people think and
their opinions.
Yeah, and I want to meet all kinds of people. Why would you want to keep yourself from being
well,
in
you're a very
relationship
special
with,
person. You're a very unique person. Many other people don't feel that way.
I know.
You know?
I embrace everybody.
They say first date, don't talk about religion, politics, all that stuff.
So some of those are deal breakers at the very beginning, but once you start to know the person, that those issues kind of go away.
All right. Well, it's interesting how people work those differences out. So, hey, we're going to transition here. This morning we are cruising Connecticut. Halloween is just around the corner.
Oh, yes.
Of course, we have something a little spooky for you to enjoy this weekend. It's the Nightmare Corn Maze in Glastonbury, and it's offering up scares in between the stalks. Miss, maybe you should put some shoes on, maybe that you won't be so upset. It's a little chilly out.
We've been open for 2 years now. This coming weekend will be our last weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Hey, could I get 20 on tank number 3?
No, you can't. We don't take that form of payment.
You have like a rewards program for gas?
Oh, we got a rewards program. It's you rewarding me with your flesh.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Sitco.
We've been working on this since last January, actually. So it takes a good about full year to get everything prepared and ready.
And how many actors do you have?
We have about 25 this year.
Hey, Mr. Man.
Don't you work for Eversource?
No!
No, what's your character?
Well, I have two characters. One is Mr. Giggles and one is Seesaw.
Can you give us a little giggle? Okay, that was much creepier than I expected.
All right, come on in. You done had some sick corn. Get on in. Get on in.
What's going on? My mother always wanted me to be a doctor.
Wow.
I'm still waiting for that pay raise.
Transformation.
Yeah, into a doctor. That would be nice, huh?
Yeah.
Make the big bucks.
That kind of doctor.
Yeah.
That would be scary.
That would be. But really a spooky and creative place over there, the Nightmare Corn Maze in Glastonbury. You guys should head on over this weekend. They're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just in time for Halloween.
And that was scary during the daytime. Can you imagine at night?
At night, spooky stuff. You guys will have to check it out for yourself. Hey, here's what's coming up today on the show.